It's James Steinhubel on the TVU Real Estate Channel with Jeff Lorenz and the Lorenz Team Show. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me again. How are you?
Very well, very well. And what's the update this week?
So this week, I thought that this would be a great time to bring on my partner in the business, Greg Litwin. He's been involved in real estate for over 10 years now, and he's been with my team for just about all of that. This is leaves up time for acreages. We consider acreage market to be leaves up to leaves down. So once you start seeing the green on the trees, that's acreage season. And Greg is our team specialist, if you will, on acreages in small towns. And so I thought this would be a great time to bring Greg on board and he can share property with the viewers.
Excellent. And there you are. How are you doing, Greg?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. So you guys have more than one office. So you're located in the other office. So tell us about that, a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into this property.
Sounds good. Thank you, James. We have two offices, one Sherwood Park and then one in Tofield, a community east of Sherwood Park. I was kind of born and raised in that area. So it's kind of my background, and I worked from there and west towards Sherwood Park. But it's a nice blend of small town and rural community meets the big city.
Okay. And I took a little bit of a look at your profile, and you come from before you came to real estate, you have an agricultural background, so it gives you a little bit of a unique insight into lands, farms, acreages. Just tell us, about the advantage of your knowledge and how that would help potential clients or existing clients.
Right. Yeah, I've owned property in County of Beaver and Strathcona, so it gives me a little bit of an up to know what you need to do for development permits and building codes and zoning. So that's been a good help with clients and seeking rural property.
Excellent. And just before we get to the property, I want to ask you one more question. So what's new? What's happening new out of your office? What are you seeing? What kind of green shoots? What are you hopeful for?
Well, I think we're seeing optimism right now, and I think small communities got hit pretty hard. Tofield's a commuting community, so what happens in the city definitely happens throughout. So we saw a little bit of uncertainty, and now we're seeing a little more optimism and that. So we're just moving forward.
That's excellent. I'm going to share the screen, so when you see it, just let us know what we're looking at. So you should be coming up right away here.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm. So this is one of our listings, rural listings. This one's in the county of Strathcona. Mm-hmm. It's in the subdivision of Brecon Woods, which mm-hmm. is south of Sherwood Park. Mm-hmm. A 2-acre parcel there with a nice 4-level split and a detached garage/shop. But a nice property, mm-hmm. landscaped with mature trees and meadows and lots of flower beds and that raised garden in the background. Mm-hmm. So a really nice family home and great for entertaining outside. And
what size is the lot there? How big a bunch of land is there?
Yeah, 2 acres.
2 acres.
And that is that lot. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are in that subdivision are about that size.
Okay.
In that, yeah.
So it's nice. It's gated. Yep. And it looks like it's ready to move in.
Ready to move in. Lots of upgrades and glistening hardwood floors.
It's beautiful. Look at the kitchen on that. That's just fantastic. And so so basically people just get a hold of you for showings. And how do they reach you? Do they just phone the main office, or they got to phone a special number?
Well, they can always, office is fine, or Sherwood Park office or Tofield office, but probably my cell phone is the best way, 780-918-9300 would probably be the quickest way to get a hold of me. And that's.
There it is. That's a nice property. So what's the total square footage on that?
I believe we're about 2,157 square feet above ground.
Wow.
And yeah. And then there's a partial basement as well, adding to the square footage on that one. Yeah.
Okay, and that's good. How long has it been on the market? Is that a fair question?
It's a fair question. It's been on the market about less than a month,
Oh, so just
and
brand
that,
new.
so yeah, fairly new, and that, so yeah.
And like Jeff was saying, it's you're in acreage and rural season. Are you starting to get a lot of tours on it? Like people coming out?
Yes, we are. Yeah, that's when people can kind of see what the landscaping is really important on an acreage, where people can see low areas and how many trees and visualize the privacy. I think it's a good sell, and people feel more comfortable looking at acreages in this time of year for sure.
It looks well built. It definitely looks well kept. Any comment on that, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why I think the market tends to be a little stronger on acreages is, as Greg said, I mean, certainly as things green up, you get to appreciate what some of the subjective features of the home are. But when it comes to due diligence, it's also easier to go through an acreage when things aren't frozen solid. You can gauge whether there's an obvious problem with the septic system or the sewer system. It's just there's a lot more to an acreage in terms of ownership and responsibility, and I think in those thawed months, it's easier to do your due diligence and make sure that you can appreciate what you're buying and what you might be expecting in terms of some more imminent costs and those sorts of things. So we definitely focus our attention on that market more so, once things stop.
That's good. And then, we're in this time. I have to admit we've talked a little bit about you, Greg. Now that you're here, I'll share what we've talked about. Unless you watch the shows, no, it was all good. It was all good. It was just the not coming to the office for the weekly meetings, and now you guys are working virtually. And how have you found that? Jeff found it that you guys got a lot more done. There wasn't so much prep and hoopla going around getting the meetings together. You guys were able to get more done. What's your feeling on that?
Well, I'm a little more old school, so I like being in the office and visiting with people and that. But it's good. It's good to be able to get done with what you can at home and that, and set a good schedule on that. So it took me a while, but it's secondhand now, I would say. So
yeah. So now you guys are involved a lot in Tofield. You got lots of events, and so now you've had to kind of think how you're going to do that community engagement. So anything going on in Tofield virtually? Like are people the general business community, are they picking it up? Are they got events going?
We're still pretty limited on events. We've had some big functions canceled, the Bull Bash and Rodeo and Promenade, which I'm involved with in that. So really the county town office is just opening back up on Monday. Okay. So the smaller towns have kind of been pretty cautious on opening and that, but we're taking it day by day and hoping, we can start seeing some bigger crowds.
See what the mayor has to say after Monday, and then maybe do a virtual promenade or something like that. There's lots of virtual events and stuff, and I've been to Tofield. It's an awesome community. The community spirit there is excellent, and lots of really sharp, smart young people. So I don't think that you'll have a technology difficulty. Just hey, bring that smartphone over here.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's Greg.
Yeah, here, work it for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That was good. So then, just chit chat. What else you got out there in Tofield that people, might be interested in?
Well, like I say, lots of community events is really neat. We have a hospital, 3 doctors here, so it's been a very good selling feature of this community. K-12 schools, drugstores, retail, grocery stores. So it's been a good community that way. A lot of people have been commuting from the city. Being on the east side of Tofield, when you commute during the day, the sun's always at your back. So that's always a thing that we like to brag about, and compared to the communities on the west side of Edmonton. So it's a happening place.
So there's townhouses, duplexes, single family, everything like that available for
Yep.
people to look at, all kind of price point entries?
Absolutely. And big retirement community. We have very good extended care and lodges and sunshine villas, more independent living for seniors. So we have a very good gamut of different type of demographics of people that live here, all different ages. So it's been very good fit here.
Good pizza?
Good pizza, Tilly's Pizza.
I know. I like eating there. It's good. It's good. It's good. I like that town. Thank you for bringing it in, Jeff. Tollfield's a special place for me. I enjoy it out there. So.
Yeah, it is a great community, and because Greg grew up in that area, he has quite a large market share there. A lot of people know him, know his name, and so he's not only well established, but he's definitely well known, and he's the type of guy who gives the time. At times our personalities are quite different for sure, but his personality is just so good with the people of that community, and a lot of those people that are aging in place and stuff. He understands them, and he works very well with them. So we definitely want to keep our presence there and maintain that connection and continue doing real estate in your community.
That's excellent. And what about yourself? What's anything, good? Land, Bremner, subdivisions, new homes, towers. What's coming up?
Yeah, we could probably have a few conversations around what we're hoping for and what we're expecting, especially with Bremner, being the next big thing in terms of the visions behind it and the different resources that the municipality is using in order to kind of plan out what that's going to be in the long term. But for us right now, it's just like Greg said at the beginning of our chat. We're hopeful that things will continue to move in the right direction. They definitely have taken a shift in the right direction from where we were at this time, even just a couple of weeks ago. So we're at this point just remaining optimistic and hoping that this continues and this is a trend in the positive direction. And we'll just continue to work our hardest to move property.
So you're not going to tell. Is there at least one thing that you're really excited about?
Gosh, one thing I'm really excited about.
You don't have to share. You're going to tell your competitors everything. But
I don't know if there is really one thing.
Okay.
Because this is the time of the year where we do, I wouldn't say shift our attention, because single family and condo living is been the bread and butter of my team for a very long time. But repurposing some of our efforts to the acreage market, and I think where I'm excited is that the acreage market has been rather depressed for a long time, and coming out of this COVID, I think that we've been in that depressed market for long enough. And as things do turn in a positive direction, I think that acreages could finally start to get some traction that they've needed for a long time. So we're excited about what the potential is for that market to spark.
And some out of the gate pent up demand doesn't hurt either. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
Jeff Lorenz and the Lorenz Team Show on the Real Estate Channel on TVU. Thank you, Greg, for coming in, and
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And yourself, Jeff, appreciate it, sir.
Love it. Thank you.